Hey students, in this video I want to show you how to get started with your template that you downloaded from Schoology that was found on my drive. Most of you have noticed that when you open it up, we open right up into our sheet. Sometimes we may open up in a different view, but for the most part we're opening up in this sheet. What we want to do is go over to our project browser and we want to open up our 3D view so we can look at it from a 3D perspective, but most importantly we're going to be doing the majority of our edit from our floor plan view. So I'm going to go on my project browser and I'm going to click on level 1, and I did a double click to open it up. So now I have my floor plan open, and here is where I'm going to begin to move things around and start editing the exterior. There's a number of different ways we can do this. As I've been playing around with this template, my favorite way I have found is to actually go in and duplicate my shipping containers that I like and move those around the screen, and then just get rid of the shipping containers that I don't need. So let's see how to do that. First thing I want to do is be on my architecture tab with my modify tool, and I can make a big selection around my small shipping container. I can at this point either delete this shipping container, or what I want to do is I want to make another shipping container set right next to this one. So I selected my 20-foot shipping container, and up to the top I'm going to click on this teeny tiny little button right here that says copy to clipboard. Boom. Nothing magical happens. We can't even tell that it's been copied. The magic happens when we click on paste. When we click on paste, you can see that a little imaginary project shows up, and it's saying, hey, where do you want to put this? For now, I'm just going to put it right below, and I'll be able to move it around later. So I've copied that in. I can paste in another one, but I don't need to, so I'm going to click on finish. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this shipping container. I am going to be on my architecture tab with my modify tool. I'm going to select around everything. It'll automatically add in my modify tab. On my modify tab, I'm going to go to copy to clipboard, and I'm going to paste this in. Now that it's pasted in, I'm going to click and drop this one in. I could drop it off to the side, I could drop it above, but I'm going to drop it below. I'm really wanting to make sure I keep everything within the boundaries of this rectangle formed around these 4 shapes. And you'll see why when I pop over to my print view. So on my print, everything's staying within my print space, and it's also staying within my 3D view. Now that I have laid in 4 shipping containers, I'm going to start joining these together. There's a couple of ways we can do that, but my favorite one is to use the move tool. So first thing I'm going to do is finish that out, and then I'm going to grab my modify tool, and again I'm going to make a selection around that shipping container. Now I'm going to scroll slowly in on that shipping container, and I'm going to grab my move tool. With my move tool, I want these 2 to be butted up next to each other. So I'm going to go to the outside square. I'm going to look for that purple square, pink square that's around the outside, and I'm going to move it right here to the outside of this one. Being careful to not bring it in too far because I cannot have my shipping containers overlap. When I click from one square to the next, you can see that, boom, it moved that shipping container in. Nice. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Now, I want to rotate both of these 2 shipping containers and put them, one sticking out here and one sticking out here. So I'm going to grab my modify tool. I'm going to select around that shipping container, and I'm going to grab my rotate tool. So I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to say first I want to be at 0, and then I'm going to rotate it to 90. Look at, I looked for that blue set of 90, and boom, it moved. Now that I'm done rotating, I'm going to grab my move arrow, and I'm going to go outside corner, and I want to drop it to this outside corner, and it moved it in one direction, so I'll just do it again. Move, and I'll go outside corner, move it into that outside corner. Perfect. Same thing with this one. I'm going to move it out to the outside corner here. So I'm going to scroll out to zoom out, grab my rotate tool. Oops, I was on the wrong shipping container. So, oops, all I need to do is hit escape 2 times, and I'm going to deselect that shipping container. I forgot to make a selection around this one. So architecture tab, modify tool, and click and make a selection around that whole shipping container. We'll try that again. Rotate, and I'm going to go boom and boom, 90 degrees. it's saying, hey, you can't have that overlap. So, oh, bummer, dude. I'm going to hit Control Z to undo that. And I'm going to move it, and then I'll rotate it. So, Modify Tool, Select, and I'm going to move it. And I'm just going to move this corner over to here, and now I can rotate. So automatically when I'm done moving it, that tool deselects. Same with my rotate. So I'm going to rotate this. Boom, boom, looking for that 90 degree. And then I will move. Outside corner, being very careful to not get that one. I'm going to zoom in so you can see what I'm showing you. I'm going to be on that far outside corner of the building. And then I'm going to move it up to here because I can't move it in two planes at the same time. Moved it all the way up, and then I'll move it all the way over. Boom, boom. All right, now I have my outside perimeter layout established. This is what I'm going to do for my outside. Notice that not all 4 of my shipping containers are connected. When I look on my sheet, it looks really cool. When I look on my 3D view, I'm going to get a little bit closer view of this, and coming back to my floor plan. So for this particular assignment, at this point, once you have your 4 shipping containers laid out, if you wanted to add in some additional walls, you certainly can, but I'll do that in my next video. I have my 4 shipping containers laid out, and I'm going to take a screenshot here, and that's what I'll submit for this assignment.